A shortage of medical supplies is making the coronavirus crisis worse. There aren't enough gloves, gowns, and face masks. Hospitals and medical facilities throughout the country are asking people for help. As Sarah Whitmire reports, groups are answering the call and making masks to donate.
What title would you like to go by?
Quilter.
Quilter? Oh, okay. Cool.
Nola Hartman had a lot of the materials already on hand when she got the first call.
A week ago Sunday, I got a call from a friend who said, my mother is a pediatrician in southern Indiana and she needs masks. Can you help? And so since then, we're at 119 volunteers now. Yeah, so the first week it was pretty much just me. Things were kind of quiet, and then demand just exploded. And that's when I went online and made a plea for help.
Kelly Clark came on board too. She's in charge of all the organizational stuff, registering volunteers, taking them supplies, picking up finished masks, washing and sorting them, and then delivering them to folks who've placed orders.
In the medical world, when you are doing procedures like surgeries and stuff like that, there are clean procedures, okay? And obviously I cannot come close to duplicating true surgical clean procedures. But I have enough knowledge of how they work that I can handle these masks as cleanly as can be expected and reduce the risk of contamination. The very first step in opening any of these boxes, the very first step.
The quality of these masks is not as good as what they use in hospitals, but they help add to the overall supply of masks, which is important. Because of the shortage, N95 mask orders that do get filled get channeled straight to hospitals.
Because I know that these fabric masks are desperately needed by our secondary healthcare providers, largely to free up supply for our frontline healthcare providers of the medical grade protective equipment.
It takes Nola about 10 minutes to make one.
So the first thing we start with is an 8x16 rectangle of fabric. Then we have a slightly smaller piece of non-woven fabric. We're using interfacing.
She doesn't know how many she's made, but even with her work and what the team of volunteers is doing, they can't keep up with the orders.
My goal today is to get, I think, 50 more of these into bags for Middleway House, and then 20 more for their volunteers, and then they'll be ready to drop off.
Nola and Kelly are working at least 12-hour days, and they say they'll continue doing it as long as there's a demand.
I love to sew. That's my superpower, and I believe in using superpowers for good. So when I saw a need, I was really happy to be able to find something that I could do to help.
I think we're going to be BFFs. So
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
You and I are going to go out and have a nice meal and a drink when it's over.
And I'm going to give you the squishiest hug ever.
I know.
When I can.
There are so many delayed hugs involved in this.
For Indiana Newsdesk, I'm Sarah Whitmire.